Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to episode 12 of the Let's Play World of Warcraft Alliance series. We are with our level 10 Monk Amala, and it's part 1 of the PS Rampage. Woo! So, before we begin, I'm going to first hit... I'm not in World of... Crap. Okay, there we go. Alright, interface, action bars. See? I normally have these on. I normally turn them on at episode 1, but oops, I forgot to. So that's all I had. That was the AB of the PSAB Rampage. Next up, professions. Alright, so before we do this, go away. I'm going to read you some research I did. I did lots of research. And so I'm reading you the Blizzard Intro to Night Elves, which some of you may remember from the cinematic, but I'm reading it anyways. The ancient and reclusive Night Elves have played a pivotal role in shaping Azeroth's fate throughout its history. More than 10,000 years ago, their heroics during the War of the Ancients helped stave off the demonic Burning Legion's first invasion. When the scattered remnants of the Legion on Azeroth rallied together with the vile satyrs centuries later, the Night Elves again rose to meet the threat. The ensuing War of the Satyr exacted a heavy toll from the Night Elves, but ultimately they vanquished the forces they had set out to wreak havoc on their world. The Night Elves are or in their native language Darnagian, are the Kaldori, which means the children of the stars. They are the oldest known race on Azeroth, as they were here when the world was born and created by the Titans and colonized by the Titans. They are the first race that rose up. They've been here since, and they were here back when the world, hold on, back when this was all one being. And that maelstrom right here was the Well of Eternity. And when it was imploded on itself after Queen Azera's betrayal, and who tried to bring Sargeras, the Breaker of Worlds, who was the leader of the Burning Legion, after she tried to bring him into their world, that the remaining Kaldori that resisted against her caused the Sundering, which caused all the land to break apart, and the Maelstrom was created as an eternal storm in the center of the world. Okay. I have my iPad in my lap, which is where I'm reading all this, by the way. Before the Sundering, Night Elves were very arcane people, like some people might remember. The Blood Elves of Quel'Thalas are very arcane people, and I play a Blood Elf in my Horde series. So they used to be arcane. But after this, they had nearly destroyed their world, and they felt so bad that they became a druidic community. They became more natural living, and they started worshipping the moon goddess Elune. They also worshipped the demigod Cenarius and the ancients, which inhabit Mount Hyjal, where a world tree was planted, giving them immortality. But when the Legion struck again, well, part of the reason the world tree came is because, see this little lake right here? This is under the tree Nordrassil, which is the world tree of immortality. That lake had a tiny little inkling vial of water from the Well of Eternity put in it by Illidan Stormrage. And so when the Burning Legion once again tried to come, they'd sacrifice the world tree to keep the Burning Legion from entering the Azeroth, thus sacrificing their immortality. When the unplanned tree Teldrassil, the second world tree, was planted. See, Teldrassil is a giant tree. So ever since, they worship the moon goddess Elune, and they protect their forests of Ashenvale and Teldrassil and just the forests. And Darkshore. Darkshore is a big part of them as well. Alright, hold on. I'm scrolling through my... Oh wow, I've spent 5 minutes talking. The Highborn, I have to explain the caste system that came about back when this was one giant clump. All this. And so, there was a caste system. There was all the Night Elves, and then there were the highborn, the highest of all being Queen Ajera, who was one of the most powerful night elves to ever live. She had a giant crush on Sargeras, which is why she tried to bring him into the world using the Well of Eternity, which eventually became the Maelstrom. The Highborn were sentenced to the sea, and the Old Gods, which I will link videos below about the Old Gods. I spent hours and hours and hours watching these things. I am a lore junkie. Okay. The Old Gods twisted them into vile Naga and random bear. So if any of you are experienced players, you will know that the Naga are these creepy, creepy fish people. What might creep you out more is that they used to be night elves. So, yeah. Alright, keep moving. So, the second... Alright. I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. So, once they became a druidic community, they became very, very... Their democracy-ish, not really, was very gender-based. The women were sentinels and warriors and huntresses and priestess and priests. Like the Sisters of Elune were the highest power. It is a very matriarchal society, while the men were mostly druids. And Tyrande Whisperwind, who is the High Priestess of Elune right now, who's the leader of the Night Elves, is married to a druid named Malfurion Stormrage, who was twisted in the Emerald Dream when it became the Emerald Nightmare. The job of most of the men in the society, way back when, wow, this is a lot of lore, but Night Elves are very complicated people. You have to understand it to be able to see where people would go with these choices. Anyways, the druids would go into something called the Emerald Dream, which the green dragonflight led by the dragon aspect Ysra the Dreamer, who created the Emerald Dream, protected them. They were only to be called out whenever they were needed, like badly. Like Malfurion Stormrage was awoken from the Emerald Dream once it became the Emerald Nightmare. Whew. Hold on. Reading. Lots of reading. I don't need that. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to say is that the Night Elves are very druidic, and they basically live off the land. They are very, land-loving people. So, that leads us to our specialization. So, we're not going to be a tank. We're not going to be a heal. Damage. I'm a damage person. We are a windwalker. And I know I explained basically my professions lore before I even did this, but Tiger Palm, we have it. Jab, we have it. Blackout Kick, we have it. Ooh. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Accept. We're messing up with our bars a little. Alright, we got that done. Now we talk to him. Tell me about gathering professions. We have skinning, mining, and herbalism. Now, a night elf that lives off the land, and basically, she creates herself in the land. Do you think she wouldn't do mining? Do you think she would do herbalism where she picked herbs and plants from the land? Or do you think she would skin stuff? She would skin stuff. By the way, she wears leather. Leather, skin. Train me in skinning. Wait a second. I need to read you what skinning is. Hold up. I did this on my Horde series yesterday, so I need to do it today. Skinning allows you to remove and prepare the hides from slain creatures. These can be sold at the auction house or used to support the leatherworking profession. Skilled skinners also become masters of anatomy, increasing their chances to critically hit a target. You'll need a skinning knife in order to skin creatures. This can be purchased from trade or leatherworking vendors. Alright, done. You hit K. Gonna bring it right there. Now, oops, I hit the brightness button. My bad. Alright. Now we're going to read leatherworking, because that's obviously the one I'm going to choose. It goes with skinning. Alright. Leatherworking allows you to fashion armor, cloaks, armor and reinforcing kits, and other similar items from leather, hides, and scales. Other materials required for leatherworking can be purchased at trade or leatherworking vendors. Leatherworking pairs well with skinning as it allows you to gather your own raw materials. Other necessary items such as threads and dyes can be purchased from trade or leatherworking vendors. Highly skilled leatherworking can also enforce their bracers and leg armor. Dun dun dun! Now, let me run like that. Let us find a leatherworking vendor. I don't know. I don't. Do they have a trade, Chicky? Nope. We're looking for a skinning knife. So, excuse me while we run around looking for a skinning knife. By the way, as I wanted these to be 2 episodes, what we are going to do is... Yeah. What we're going to do is next episode, I'm going to spend our time working on our skinning. Do you have skinning? I feel so stupid. Okay, where is it? Come on. This sucks. Okay. So, if I can't find it before the end of this episode, I'll go off camera and find it. Oh my goodness! Where is it? Anyways, next episode will be us working on leveling our... What are you? Oh, yeah. That reminds me. Secondary professions. We want first aid. Because you can make bandages. See? You can do first aid, cooking, fishing, and archaeology. We want first aid, and if I can find cooking around here somewhere, totally. Yep. Food and drink vendor. That is not a cook. Ah! Holy water! Holy water! No, don't walk in the holy water! Oh, I feel so bad! My feet are holy, though. Hee hee. Alright. I'm horrible. Okay. Wow. I cannot find it. That's depressing. Oh, are you in here? Oh. Nope. Nope. That sucks. So I will go off camera and find it. But this is basically our professions and our specialization. And I will spend the next episode will be us basically collecting and working on skinning and leatherworking and first aid and cooking and... Something is making a weird noise in my house. Okay. Alright, so... I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please high-five that like button. I'm going to give the high... Wait, I figured I could do this out. Yeah, high-five this computer and the like button, but don't break your computer. Just give me that like button a good high-five. And subscribe for more because I upload every Tuesday and Thursday until August 25th. This series will only go up once a week, and that will be on Sundays. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.